Right, so good morning, good morning. Get nice and comfortable. And we're just going to kind of settle into our spots, settle into our bodies, and just take a little inventory as you close your eyes and see what's going on inside. Right, we were talking about maybe feeling a little fatigued emotionally, a little fatigued physically. And it's an odd kind of time of year. It's like the transitional time from the winter into the spring, and it's that ping ponging back and forth. It's cold, it's warm, right? Things are melting, they're not. And as things do melt, we begin to move into that kapha season. There is a heaviness that comes with that kapha season. It's everything melting, everything turning to water. And so that happens inside of us too. And at first it's a slow process. It's a little sludgy almost for me. And then as we move forward into the spring, it starts to pick up a little bit. So what we're going to do today is a little bit of work to co-create with the universe, to start to move into that awakening of spring, to move out of that sleepiness of the winter in our minds, in our bodies, in our emotions. So bring your hands together at your heart center, and we will open with Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale deeply. Om Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Pause and feel. Calling on that inner wisdom to rise up to guide us. To move into the wisdom of moving and resting, that balance. Working and playing, that balance. Just allowing ourselves to be and breathe. And then moving into our next chant, Ad Gare Name, 3 times together. Ad Gare Name, Jugat Gare Name, Sad Gare Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gare Name, Jugat Gare Name, Sad Gare Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gare Name, Jugat Gare Name, Sad Gare Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Allowing that vibration to move through you. Shaking loose anything that stands in the way of knowing your truth, of moving through your life with ease and grace. And then inhaling deeply, bring that prayer up overhead. Hold, squeeze everything up, up, up. And then exhaling everything down and around, fingers moving through your auric energy. Feeling your aura vibrating with the energy of the ethers, vibrations of the spring, everything beginning to awaken as your fingers touch the earth, feeling that grounding beneath you as roots start to come alive. That foundation begins to prepare itself for that awakening, for that rising up, that transition from sleepy winter to all of the rejuvenating energy, the newness of spring. Take that in. And then placing your hands on your knees, eyes open or closed, we'll start warming up with a few spinal flexes, letting that spine move. I just changed my mind again. Feeling the flow. Think about the plants, right? As that frigid ground begins to thaw under the warmth of the sun, as the sun gets nearer. Right? And noticing a stirring of transition, of something new coming. And then little by little, that pushing through, making its way from underneath the ground, pushing up through the ground and beginning to rise toward the sun. Every plant moving at its own pace. Every plant looking a little different as it begins to wake itself up. Some brand new from seeds, others dormant underground, beginning to come back to life in the same form that they were the year before. So us humans are the same way. We're all the same and we're all so different. Next time you come forward, pause, heart out. And as you relax back to center, bring your arms out and up to a V. You're going to point the fingers behind you, curl the thumbs behind you, curl the rest of the fingers in. We'll do a little ego eradicator, breath of fire here. Keep going. Your thumbs are pointing back toward the wall behind you. Really pumping that navel, breath of fire, waking up that internal sun, allowing the parts of us that have become a little sluggish and have been sleepy, have been resting and rejuvenating all winter, to start to wake up. The liver, starting to allow that to cleanse the colon, kidneys, the adrenals, feeling everything beginning to wake up and kind of shed that layer of winter, that layer of stagnation, rest. With each breath, feel another layer peeling back. Feel things stirring like a baby chick hatching from the egg. Feel the egg, the shell begin to crack around you as your breath begins to bring a new sense of life to you, that fire in your belly. And take a deep inhale, stretch those arms up, bring those thumbs together, let those fingers stretch up, everything very active as you reach for the sun, root down into the earth. Hold that breath, let it spiral through every cell of your body. And then exhale, hands down to the knees, eyes closed, pause and feel. Keeping your eyes closed, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the next Kriya that we're going to do. It's a 4-movement Kriya, and it's called the Param Karam Dharam Kriya. And each part has a meaning, each movement has a meaning. The first is an opening to become present and to open to a broader perspective. The second is to find balance in our mind and body. The third is to take conscious action to move forward with intention and courage. And the fourth is to stand in a pose of surrender and receptivity, gratitude. So pretty powerful, just 4 movements. And we're going to repeat those movements over and over. I'm going to move from side to side. So open your eyes and come to stand. I'm going to talk you through this, and if I have to, I will show you, but I think I can talk you through it. Once you get it, it's just going to continue to flow. So you're going to start in Tadasana, mountain pose, hands at your sides. You're going to inhale your arms up overhead and step your right foot back, moving into Warrior One. You're going to bring your right foot forward, bringing your hands to your heart, and cross it over your left knee without touching the knee, coming into Crouching Shiva pose. So there you go. I think you got it. Yep, you got it. And then you're going to step that right foot forward, bringing the right arm and thumb forward, coming into Archer pose. And then you're going to pull your right arm back, your right foot back, come back into mountain pose with your hands cupped in front of you. Does that make sense to you guys? Does that feel good? Yeah? Good? Okay. All right, so we're going to do that, and you're going to move from side to side. So we'll start on the right, and then the next round will be on the left, and you'll just keep going at your own pace, moving through those 4 movements. That's actually 5, because you start in Tadasana, Warrior One, Crouching Shiva, Archer pose, Tadasana with your hands cupped. Go. Let your breath be steady and let your movement be at whatever pace feels right for you. Feeling the energy of each of those movements. Feeling the energy of opening to become present. Feeling your perspective broaden, new ideas, right? Moving forward, transformation, transitioning into what's next. And from that place, finding our balance, mind and body. And I would add heart to that. The heart is the balancing point between the mind and the body. Right? Our heart feeds our minds, and our minds talk to our bodies. And when we can find that kind of balance between our compassion, our thoughts, and our action, wow, look out world, right? And then taking that balance, moving, as I just said, into that action, taking conscious action with courage and intention. So it's not just doing something, it's doing what your heart tells you to do, regardless of how that may be received. It's not about how it's received, it's about how it's offered. And that's good news, because we always have control over how it's offered. We never have control over how what we have to give is received. So if we can let go of that attachment and just be who we are, offer ourselves to this world just as we are, and then let it go. That's where ease and grace, that's where peace come in. It takes practice and courage. And then finally standing in that pose of surrender with gratitude, accepting all of the gifts of the heavens and the earth, our bounty. The next time you find yourself finishing up on that left side and moving into that receptive pose, pause there and just receive. Feel all that you've given, all that you've received, that balance, courage bubbling up from inside, courage to be who you were meant to be. to gift this world with the gifts of you. I feel like our world is moving to a place where it'll take less and less courage, because that will be the commonplace. That will be just what we do. Show up as who we are, each and every one of us, and allow everyone else to be that. Wow, right? From here, inhale your hands to your heart. Eyes remain closed. And just begin to inhale in 4 sniffs. Exhale in 4 sniffs. Just letting the breath fill your heart center, not all the way down to your belly. Let those sniffs expand that heart front and back. And then as you sniff out, feel your compassion flowing out to the world. Moving through this world in integrity, standing true to your values and your virtues, and allowing those to change when necessary, when it feels right, when your heart gives you a different perspective. No right, no wrong, just what is right in the moment for me. And if it's right in the moment for me, it's right for mankind. And if it doesn't feel right for mankind, then I need to take another look. Make sure that my mind is not telling me stories, fibs. The next time that you exhale, just let your arms come down to your sides and pause. Marinate, standing in silence for a few moments, feeling the energy swirling around you, moving up through you. Feeling the expansiveness of your heart right now. Heart as big as the world, as wide as the world. Enough room, enough love to single-handedly love this world into peace. Feel that inside of you. There's a beautiful statue when we went to India last year. It's a statue that's depicted all over the place. It's Hanuman. He's ripping his heart open, and inside the whole universe reflects from inside his heart. That's you. Take one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, make your way to a seat. So now that we've stepped into all of that amazing energy, we're going to do a seated Kriya for becoming crystal clear. So you could put a blanket underneath you if you'd like. Make sure that your sit bones are nice and grounded, maybe even pull the flesh away. And when you're nice and comfortable, bring your arms out to the sides, palms facing forward. And you're just going to begin to bring one in and then the other as if you were going to hit your chest, but you're not going to actually touch. And let your breath naturally become breath of fire as your arms move. Imagine that with each movement of your hands, you're bringing pranic energy into your body. Feeling the pranic energy moving through any of that last bit of sluggishness, that energy, that kaphic energy that needs to kind of be diluted with the energy of the sun. Feel yourself bringing that in. Right? We don't want to get rid of anything. What we want to do is transform what exists inside of us. We mix sun and earth, and we have this beautiful expansive nature rising up from a very firm foundation. Maybe even in your mind's eye, you can see colors, vibrant colors, moving with each movement of your fingertips. You guys look beautiful, giving and receiving, pumping up that auric field. Kundalini energy rising. And then inhale your arms wide and out. Let that heart come forward. Fingers spread wide. Pull that pelvic floor, navel center up. Hold that breath in. Everything strong as steel. Keep your arms where they are. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Stretch as if someone were pulling on either hand in the opposite direction. Exhale, hands to your knees, eyes closed. Let the energy flow. Opening your eyes, you're going to bring your hands in front of you now, elbows bent, palms facing each other, right in front of your face. And you're going to begin to clap your hands, but not touch, right in front of your face. So you want to bring them up so they're in front of your face, and just keep that movement, eyes closed. Don't let those hands touch, just keep going. Keep those elbows up, clearing out the energy of the mind, letting that lower mind, that mind of habit, let it begin to empty, that subconscious trash bin beginning to release, right? Doing some spring cleaning in our minds. Any of those thoughts that seem to be on an endless loop, beginning to open and release, emptying to make space for new thoughts, for new ideas. The newness of spring. Spring fever, that energy inside of us yearning to come up and out. That lazy awakening, that stretching of the body and the mind. That newness of spring. New possibility. After a long winter's rest, really allowing that energy to move up. Take a deep inhale, press your hands together in front of your face, hard as you can. Squeeze everything up, press, press, press into those palms. Keep your hands where they are as you exhale and relax the muscles. One more deep inhale. Squeeze, press, hard as steel. And then exhale, soften, let everything come down to your knees. Eyes closed. Receive. And opening your eyes, bring your hands in front of you, but the palms will be facing down. The elbows can be resting against the ribs. And you're just going to start to bounce your hands as if you were bouncing a ball. Eyes closed. Let the breath move with the hands. Again, natural breath of fire. Listen to the sound of your own breath, your own prana. Feeling the clearing that is going on inside of you as you move this energy. Our physical bodies are made of a very low, dense frequency, and so we can see them. Right? Our subtle bodies are a much lighter, higher frequency, so we have to get to know them by trusting and intuiting them. In these exercises, you are moving through and working with and dancing with those subtle energies around you that are just as real as that physical body. Inhale your hands to stillness, still facing down in front of you. Press those elbows into the ribs. Hold that breath in. Squeeze everything up. Exhale, hands to your knees, eyes closed. Silent meditation. Taking it all in. And opening your eyes. You're going to make your way to your back, but before you do, if you have a block handy, you might want to put it down by your feet because I'm going to give you an option for this last pose before we go into Shavasana. So if you have a block or even a bolster, whatever you want down by your feet, you're going to lay flat on your back. And you're going to place your hands on your navel center. You're going to press as hard as you can into your navel center and lift your heels up 6 inches and hold. So if you'd like, you can place your feet on those blocks or else on a bolster, or you can try to just do it in the air. We're going to be here for about 2 minutes. And it's more about keeping the angle of the feet and pressing into that belly than it is about whether or not your feet are being supported by something. If your feet are supported, just let yourself be very conscious. Feel the angles of your toes pointing up. Feel the energy of your palms pressing into that navel center. Think about that navel center. Manipura is the Sanskrit name for it. One of the translations is the city of jewels. Right? It's the gem of you. It's what makes you sparkle and shine. It's where your sense of value and confidence, self-worth comes from. That energy in the center of your belly. Pressing into it, igniting it. It truly is your superpower, the power of you. It's unique to you. There's only one you, and there only will be one you forever and ever and ever. Even when you come back again, it'll be a different you. Step deeply into the you that you are now. Let your light shine brightly. And at the same time, be gentle as you transition from that sleepiness of winter into the bright radiance of spring. Every transition period needs patience and love and compassion. As we transition from one emotion to the other, in different time schedules, Mother Nature begins to balance and rebalance day and night, hot and cold. We need to patiently do the same within. Take a deep breath in, press, 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 hold that breath. And as you exhale, settle into Shavasana. You could keep your feet up if you'd like, or move that support away. And just settle into Shavasana. I'll play a little music for you.
I am thine in mind, myself Vaheguru. Hum me hum, tum me tum, Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio, Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio. I am thine in mind, myself Vaheguru. Ham me ham, tummi tum, Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio, Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio.
Slowly beginning to deepen your breath. Let your head gently rock from side to side. And bend your knees, plant them on the floor, nice and wide. Let your knees rock from side to side, little windshield wiper here. When we're moving energy, especially this time of year, it's good to make sure that we move those hip joints. A lot of the energy that needs to release gets stored there. And as you windshield from side to side, you massage those adrenals, those kidneys. And come to center, squeeze your knees into your chest, really squeeze in, massaging the liver. Bring the soles of your feet, the palms of your hands together. Rub, connect. And then coming to stillness, knees into your chest, rock up and down on your spine. Slowly make your way up to a seat. Once you get there, get nice and comfortable again. Find a blanket underneath you if you'd like. We're going to do a pranayama series, a series of breath work to really continue to move that energy, to get that Kaphic energy beginning to blend with the energy of fire. All right, so lots of balance in the prana and the apana, the breath, the energy that moves up, the apana, the breath, the energy that moves down, that eliminates. So bring your arms out to the sides, palms down, and really feel the energy emanating from your palms, connecting with the energy emanating up from the earth. See if you can connect with that. And then begin breath of fire here, 1 minute. Keep going, flip your palms up. Almost there, 30 more seconds. Release the breath of fire. And then as you inhale, bring your arms in so your palms are facing forward, your elbows are bent. You're going to come into Surya Mudra, which is Sun Mudra. It's the thumb and the ring finger. The other 3 fingers are going to point up. Your elbows can rest against your ribs, eyes closed. You're going to inhale 4 sniffs and exhale 4 sniffs, pumping your navel with each sniff of air. So the navel's going to be pumping in and out, all 8 sniffs. Eyes closed, arms relaxed, the rest of your body relaxed. Remember that this beautiful body temple, it's a vessel that allows the energy that animates us to flow and move, and trigger different causes and effects inside of our bodies, inside of our minds. So let that body temple relax as you consciously move breath through. That's what pranayama means. Pranayama is consciously moving the pranic energy through the body on the breath. We breathe unconsciously all the time, automatically. And we bring our attention and our focus to co-create with the breath. Consciously, there's so much power there. This is a breath that brings clarity. It starts to burn up any fogginess. Kind of like the sun shining on a lake in the morning, burning away the morning mist. Maybe feeling that actually happen inside of you. One more minute. Inhale. Bring that sun mudra up toward the sun. Stretch, keeping your fingers in the mudra. As you exhale, let the mudra kind of meet thumb to thumb, ring finger to ring finger, right in front of your heart. Just pause there. Notice what you feel. Notice any energy, any vibration, any sensation. Just notice. And opening your eyes, you're going to interlace your fingers in front of you. And then you're going to press your palms forward. And you're going to begin to inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Close your eyes. Let your eyes move up towards your third eye for this one. See if you can keep a steady gaze at that third eye as you pump this energy. And also releasing the shoulder joints. Another place where we literally carry the weight of the world. Energetically, we literally store our worries and our fears in our shoulders. Right? And then we start to round to protect our hearts from that heavy burden. As we release that burden, our hearts open more. It's our way of naturally thawing, just like the earth naturally thaws from the sun in the spring. We do this work, and those protections around the heart begin to thaw naturally, and an opening, a sprouting, a revealing of what lies below, beneath starts to happen. Beautiful, vulnerable compassion. And that's what compassion is. Compassion is vulnerability. And the next time that your hands come down in front of your heart, let them go all the way down to your knees. Release the intertwining of those fingers and just pause. If you want to shake out your arms, feel free. And inhale your hands back up. You're going to bring them into Gyan Mudra, thumb and pointer finger together, and just inhale left, exhale right, twisting left, twisting right. Letting the spine get in on the action, that central channel, Sushumna. The beautiful passageway that all of this pranic energy that we're inviting in moves through. It feeds the chakras. The more that we fill that central channel with pranic energy, the more food there is for the chakras, the more of an ability to take that energy and use it, fuel it to balance all of the different emotions, processes, all the things that our chakras, that each level does for us. This is the fuel that allows it to continue to balance and move and be strong and vital. And then come to center. Let your fingers float to your shoulders, your thumb in the back, your forefingers in the front, elbows bent, and just gently begin to sway from side to side. Inhaling in one direction, exhaling in the other, letting it be as fast or as slow as you want it to be, as your body asks for you to move and flow. Lose yourself in the motion. Think of children playing on a seesaw. Those shrieking laughs of joy. And that feeling of freedom as you move up into the air and then come back. That trust for the person on the other end of the seesaw. True co-creation of joy. Whoever invented the seesaw was brilliant. So representative of our lives. Our lives are not meant to be stagnant. We go through our ups, we go through our downs, and we know that we'll continue to flow that way, that we're never going to be stuck in one place too long. Even when it feels like it's too long, there's always someone on the other side of that seesaw encouraging us, helping us to rise back up again and again and again. Come to center. And just close your eyes, keeping your hands where they are. Feel the balance. Maybe even notice as you're here now at the center, spine tall. There's still that flowing of motion around you, that pull from side to side, that energy that you've triggered intentionally continues to flow even as you withdraw your attention and move on to something else. Here you're going to let your left hand drop down to your left knee. You can move your fingers into Gyan Mudra, or you can place your hand flat straight down to ground. You're going to take your right hand, form a fist, curl the three middle fingers in. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing, closing off our right nostril with our thumb, our left with our pinky. So you're going to begin by closing off the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close off, exhale left. Inhale left. Close off right. Close off left, exhale right, and continue that way. Long, slow, deep breaths. The next time that you exhale through the left, let your hands flow down to your knees. With your hands, your palms facing down on your knees, really feel the grounding beneath you. You're going to curl your tongue and stick it out part way. If your tongue does not curl, you can just let it protrude with your mouth rounded. We're going to do Sitali breath. Nice, long, deep inhales through the curled tongue. Nice, slow exhales through the nose. Nice, cooling breath to balance out all of the heat that we've created. This cooling breath encourages any toxins that we loosened in our prior practices to come up and out. You may begin to, at some point, find a metallic taste rising up onto your tongue. All of the toxins in our bodies beginning to rise up and out. The spring rains washing away all of the dried mud, dirt from the winter. All of the leftover energy that needs to be transformed into something else. Being bathed by the breath, by the pranic energy as you intentionally breathe this cooling breath. And after the next exhale, return to your natural breath. Bring your hands in front of you. 3 middle fingers are going to touch the opposite fingertips. The thumb and the pinky are also going to do that, but these 3 middle fingers are going to be together. The pinky and the thumbs are going to be stretched apart. Put that right in front of your heart. Eyes down, looking right through the center. 9/10 closed. Begin to inhale through your mouth. Exhale through your nose. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your mouth. Exhale through your nose and just keep going. Let yourself be drawn in and held by the flow of the breath. Let your mind relax into it until it becomes something that you're just doing naturally, without thought. Hypnotize yourself to a state of ease and grace, love for self and love for the world. Next time that you exhale through your mouth, keep your eyes closed. Let your hands move to your knees. Pause in silent meditation and take it all in. And then the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk to bloom. Slowly begin to deepen your breath, bringing your attention back to your physical body, the room around you, to the energy of community. Let your hands float to your heart center, palms together, Anjali Mudra. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Please join me in sealing our practice together with a long Satnam. Inhale. Sa. Nam. Floating your thumbs to the space between your brow, bowing your chin into your own inner strength. Be love, believe, be true to you. Satnam.